this is a steal for the Sharks as free agency opens with a William Eklund extension, and what a deal this is. A lot of Sharks fans are fired up about this, including myself. We're going to break everything down about this deal and talk about Michael Misa and his first time on the ice in San Jose, so you're not going to want to miss this episode of Sharks Digest. But before we dive into all that, just got to say 66% of you guys watching these videos aren't subscribed to the channel. We're going to be here every day, keeping you up to date on the latest Sharks news, and today is free agent frenzy. We are going to be covering a lot of Sharks signings for the coming days, and it's going to be an exciting time to be a Sharks fan. You don't want to miss out on anything. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. But with that said, we had some huge news drop just after free agency open, and that is William Eklund is staying in San Jose, signed an extension that will come into place not this season but next season. And as we see here from Curtis Pichelka on Twitter, he says William Eklund has signed a 3-year deal at $5.6 million AAV. The deal begins in 26-27, and this is a steal of a contract. I mean, when I first seen this 5.6 number, I was like, what a deal that Mike Grier and the San Jose Sharks got this guy at, because I definitely think on a like 7 and 8 year deal, this guy could easily be getting the, Matthew Nyes type deal. Like he got like a 7.75 or around that $7 million range. And I think this is great for the Sharks and great for the player in William Eklund here as well, because he is going to now be able to, in 4 years' time, be able to go back into, free agency or re-sign with this Sharks team, because they will be in the competing window at that time and get his best contract then. This is more like a bridge deal, which, where it gives him a few years here to kind of, prove that he's worth the big money. And then in that 4 years time, when he does come up to another contract, the cap will be up. Players will be getting paid a lot more money, and then he can sign that 8-year deal and maximize his own financial gain by signing a contract like this. I think it's great for the player, and it's great for him that he's going to be able to have so much financial success with this deal. But it's also great for the San Jose Sharks, where they're going to have a lot of big deals to dish out. Obviously, you got Macklin Celebrini, Will Smith, William Eklund, and in 4 years' time, he's going to have a big deal. There's going to be a lot of big deals tossed around here in the Bay Area, so I think it gives Mike Grier and the San Jose Sharks a little bit more wiggle room over the next 4 years to get those immediate deals done, like the Celebrinis, like the Will Smith, and then when it comes back around in 4 years' time, Eklund will be able to get paid at that point in time. I love this deal. I think is the perfect number for William Eklund for what he provides to this team. I mean, we've seen early contract extension projections from Scotia Stat Card saying they were seeing him around $9 million for that 7-8 year deal, maybe a little bit less, but like you see here, they have that 4-year deal at 7.8. So he's getting you're getting almost over $2 million, off of this projection. I think it is a great deal. It is a great team-friendly deal, which just means the Sharks continue to save money, and it's just such a great thing. I love this. I think if he signed a higher deal, he would have got paid a lot more money, but it does help the organization and him over the next 4 years be able to get more money in that long term, which I think is definitely great for him and a great decision on his part. But getting into a little bit of William Eklund and how he did play and why I do think that this is the best contract for him. I mean, look, he just coming off a 58-point season in 77 games where he had 41 assists, 17 goals. Obviously, he's the big left winger on Macklin's side. Him and Macklin and Toffoli have built up some great connection on that top line. A very fantastic line to watch. And I mean, look, he's 22 years old. 4 years time, this guy's going to be 26, going into a deal which would lead him into his 30s, into the ends of his NHL career. So great deal by Mike Grier and the Sharks here. I really do love this player, and I think he maybe he doesn't get talked about enough in San Jose just because of, you know, how many great prospects are there. I do think a lot of fans of the Sharks, you know, always know how good Eklund is, but the larger media doesn't know how good of a player this guy is, and he really is that. And I mean, looking at this table from ATB projections here, this is how we did play last season. He's a pure playmaker, 90% on the passing there, 96% on penalty differential. Very disciplined player is William Eklund. Saying, you know, he's 73% on the speed, 71% on the shot power. He's a fast guy, has a hard shot. And, you know, over half the time, he's getting into those high dangerous areas, creating problems for other teams. You see some similar deals here from, you know, what he just signed, which, you know, you have Michelli there, Burakovsky, Kasperi Kapanen, Teravainen. I think these are all around similar deals to what he did get. I think these are kind of, it's the type of players that he should be in the ballpark of. Obviously, we see some lower AAVs in those comparable contracts, but I definitely do think he is worth this money and a lot more. This is a huge deal for the San Jose Sharks today, one that I was not expecting. I was expecting them to go out and, obviously sign an extension with William Eklund. I think it's the great way to start off free agency by getting that out of the way. Nobody is worried about that going into the season anymore. You have him locked up for 3 more years, and 4, including this season, where the deal doesn't kick into the 26-27 season. This is so great. Love this deal. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on the deal down below. I know a lot of you guys will probably agree with me that this was a fantastic deal. I mean, but switching gears here, we see big Michael Misa taking his first steps on with Sharks development camp seeing him wearing the 77. Great number for Michael Misa there. This guy is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited that he is a San Jose Shark. Wanted to share that with you guys because there's a lot of interesting clips on Max Miller's Twitter, actually. So if you're looking to see these, clips in full, make sure to go check out his Twitter. He had a great clip of where Michael Misa and Simon Wang actually went on one-on-one, head-to-head, and I loved it. Love seeing these two guys who I'm falling in love with as players on this team, kind of battling it out here in development camp. It's so great to see. Great stuff there for the Sharks, and Michael Misa, is great to see him on the ice. But like I said, the big story of today is the William Eklund extension. Very excited that this guy is going to be a Shark for at least 4 more years. I mean, you just look at these lines. He's obviously that top line has been so good for this team. He's been a key part of the power play as well, and he's only going to keep better as he gets older and older. I mean, he's 22 right now. He's soon going to be hitting the prime of his career, and he's going to be dishing out a lot of points there in San Jose once this team starts getting going. But want to hear your guys' thoughts on the deal. Want to hear your guys' thoughts on Misa wearing 77 down below in the comments section. Also want to know, who was the last Shark to wear 77? I didn't look that up before the video. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comment section. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. As always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.